Yeah. So the market is saying I'm willing to pay 11%. Another way to think about it is that the coupon is a fixed amount, right? So when they issued the bond, they set a fixed amount. Now the yield is a moving it moves around. The yield in the market moves around. It moves around for various reasons. One reason is that interest rates go up and down, so that would be the policy rate for like a sovereign bond, like the U.S. Treasuries, or if you're in another country, whatever those bonds are. In Germany, they're called bunds. In UK, they're called gilts, and in Italy, they're called BTP. I don't know what that means, but that's what they're called. But this is that's one reason why the market rate goes up and down, and the other is the willingness of bond investors to buy. So if there's a lot of demand, the yields will come down. If there's too little demand, the yields will go up. So it's the demand supply, depending on people's outlook. So if people are feeling good about the economy and the macro, the yields will come down. And when they're feeling worried and they feel like we're getting into a recession, or they feel like there's a lot of risk in the market, yields will go up. So let's value this bond. So remember, it's the present value of the cash flows plus the present values of a lump sum. And the present value of the cash flows, you could do that the same way you would do an annuity. And then you can do, for the lump sum, you can do the present value of the lump sum. So we can write that out. So this would be okay. So that's the formula here. We could also do this in a calculator when we're done. But this would be the formula. So this is that you would do this one first. So this is the market rate. So 1.11 to the power of 5, and then find the reciprocal of that, or 1 divided by this number here that you get, and then you make that a negative and subtract 1, or add 1, and then divide it by 0.11. And in this case, you will get 369.59 for this part of the equation. And the other part, which is a little simpler, it's just 1,000, which is the principal, divided by 1.11 to the power of 5. So that's 593.45. And then you just add those two together. This is the present value of the cash flow stream, and this is the present value of your principal, and you get 963.04. Now notice that the value of this bond is less than the face value, right? So this is how much you're willing to pay to get back 5% interest, to get back 10% interest, plus your principal back at the end. So over those 5 years, you're going to get back 1,500, but you're only going to come up with $963 today. So it's a decent return on your investment. You're going to get 11% return, because that's what the market is yielding right now, 11%. And one thing to notice is that if the coupon is less than the yield in the market, the face value of that bond, or sorry, the market value of that bond will be less than the face value. Okay? We could write that. So if the coupon is less than the yield, right? Then the face value or par value will be greater than the market value. And if the yield in reverse, if the yield in the market is less than the coupon, the fair value will be will be less than the market value, because they're saying, well, I'm getting a good bond, I'm gonna pay more for it than its face value, and vice versa.
So that one will be sold at a discount.
This one is going to be sold at a discount. If you're going to buy it, you're going to buy it at a discount, because you can get a better return in the market than what they're offering. So that's why you want to pay the discount, because by discounting it, you're going to get that 11% return.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So this is basically a way to make it equivalent.
But how, and I guess this is where the, and I guess it may be unrelated, but I'm just thinking about, when you look at the different grades. So
Yeah.
for that grade of bond, you would get 11%.
Right.
So
For that grade and duration, because
Right.
duration matters. Okay. So normally, let me erase this for a second. Okay. So this is basically time value of money. So this is time, right? And this is the yield or interest rate, right? So say this is like 3 months, and then you have 1 year, 5 year, 10 year. I don't know. Does the Bahamas have 10-year? How far do we go out in terms of bond issuance?
20.
20? We go 20?
We go like as far as 20, but in the last, let's say 5 years, you're now getting bonds for 3 years and 5 years.
3 years.
They're
Okay.
trying to change some things of the historically.
Well, I guess
15
people
years.
don't want to. There's no market for a 20-year Bahamian bond. Yeah, because we don't know. There's a government every 5 years. So. Anyway, not that they changed a lot, but anyway. But yeah, so basically the way the interest rates work naturally is that the longer the duration, the more interest you want, because you don't know what's going to happen over that period of time. So there is a time value premium, basically. They call it a term premium in the market. So the more time you